everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Richard, this is Lap the World, and you join us out at the 2024 edition of NSXpedition. This is our annual NSX and owners and friends drive up here in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains through some of the best roads in the Tennessee, North Carolina border region here, including Tail of the Dragon, probably the most famous, but not necessarily the highlight. We have a little bit smaller group than we've had in years past, probably on account of some inclement weather. It's been a little moist the last day or so, and we might catch a little rain, but that's okay. These cars are all aluminum; they're not going to melt, and we'll just temper our enthusiasm a little bit on the Dragon to make sure we keep the shiny side up. But with that said, we're going to saddle up and get started with our first drive of the day up through the Foothills Parkway, including the missing link, which is now not missing anymore, but the more recently added section of it, which is going to be gorgeous, I think, still. Although we'll see how much view we actually have from the top, or if we're actually driving through some of the mists that kind of gave the Smoky Mountains their name. Anyhow, we'll pick you guys up at our first stop. All right, well, we have made it to our first stop here at the 129 Hub. Small, kind of locally owned store that does souvenirs. They got a grill. You can get some food here. You can get some drinks. We kind of use this as a nice pit stop after spending an hour or so on the Foothills Parkway before we then go up and slay the dragon. No, so yeah, we're gonna pause here for a little bit, hang out with all of our friends here. We've got a decent number of cars in attendance. I think we're at, let's see here, what we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 NSXs, plus a local and an Alpha, that have come out with us today to hang out and drive. So we're gonna stretch our legs here for a little bit, grab some, something to drink, the usual road trip intake output cycle, if you will. And then we'll go up and hit the Dragon on our way to lunch, which is where we will pick you up next. I know we're not showing a whole bunch of the driving segments in this vlog, but hey, I mean, if you want to see the driving segments, come next year. Pick you up at lunch. Well, we have made it to our lunch stop here at the historic Tapoco Lodge. We had a fairly clear run up the Dragon. You'll note I am wearing sunglasses right now in spite of the weather forecast. We actually have, I don't know if you'll see it with the camera here, but we actually have there's some blue sky peeking through up there, so it's not been a total washout. We did hit one shower on the way up the Dragon, but it was otherwise dry and very clear. It's we've had, knock on wood, we've had really pretty good luck with that the last couple of years. This year, I think, was probably, unfortunately, due to, I guess there was apparently an accident a little bit earlier today that has probably tempered the enthusiasm of some up in the area. But on our drive up through the Dragon, which was uneventful, everybody kept the shiny side up. All cars that are parked here that started down by Cherohala Lake. But yeah, so we're going to walk inside here, go by their Creekside Grill back here and have some lunch before we then continue on with our afternoon drives. Well, we've had a great time on the Cherohala Skyway now after lunch. That's actually probably the driest run across the Cherohala that we've had since the inception of this event. I think every year we get doused somewhere between Tapoco Lodge and where we are now in Tellico Plains. This year, totally dry, at least as far as precipitation coming out. Clearly it had rained at some point, but mostly clear run, both traffic and weather-wise. So that was very fun. We were kind of briefly stopped here at a gas station for people to kind of top off, because you do pretty much use a full tank in the course of a day up here. Before we then will head out to dinner at back in West Knoxville Lakeside Tavern. But I think, generally speaking, this is where we're going to leave you so we can enjoy our evening with the rest of the folks that showed up here. So thanks to those who attended. It was great to see everybody again. If you missed it this year or were checking out for the weather, shame on you a little bit, but I'm kidding. We'll see you next year. So with that, we appreciate you joining us for NSXpedition 2024. Thanks for watching. I'm Richard. This is Lap of the World. We'll see you guys all in the next video, if not at the track.